What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Okay, so we are talking about if loving you is wrong. Now, I was watching the beginning of this episode, so it left off where the last one ended. It picked up where the last one ended, where they had the shootout, you know what I'm saying, at the little fast food burger joint that, what's her name, Natalie works at or whatever. So when it opens up, it's like this slow motion damn shootout scene. And I'm like, am I watching If Loving You Is Wrong, or am I watching Heat? Because y'all remember Heat with motherfucking Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Now y'all remember that shootout scene. That was like the best shootout scene I have ever seen in any dang movie, right? So I'm sitting here like, okay, like it's just like these motherfuckers just rolling by this damn fast food joint, burger joint, like super slow, right? They got it in slow motion, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then Eddie and Lucian, they like, you know, get down. They jump, they like fall down or whatever. And Eddie trying to shoot his gun, and Lucian trying to shoot his gun. And then Eddie gets shot. I'm like, oh my God, Eddie got shot. Like, I'm like, is he gonna die? What is going on? How does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just crazy. This whole, like, the whole, like, gun, the shootout scene was just, it was just, like, so different, right? Wasn't it different from, like, anything else that you would expect from this show? Because even when they had other gun scenes with, what's his name? Motherfucking Brad and what's his name? Russ? It's like Randall. I can't think of his name. Well, even when they had that scene, you know, the shootout scene, like it wasn't like this. So I'm like, dang, okay, TP, Tyler Perry. You done got the memo that some of this stuff was not like realistic. So you done had this little Heat damn shootout scene or whatever. It's cool. I like it because I love me some Heat. And I love this shootout scene. This was like the best thing I've seen on TV ever in a long, like not ever, but in a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I was kind of happy that Eddie got shot. But then, you know how you like watch like a character and you hate the character so much, but then when something bad happens to the character, you're like, oh my God, what's going on with him? You know, that's how I felt about Eddie. I'm like, oh my God, like, I didn't really want him to die, you know what I'm saying? But then later in the episode, we find out that he's okay. So, whatever. Okay. Like, you know, my initial, like, oh my God, are they going to kill Eddie? Like, is Eddie going to be going off the show? That initial reaction was replaced with, okay, his ass okay. But that was later in the show. So, anyway, so we're going to go through the episode. But this episode started off crazy, right? So anyways, so yeah, so they got this little shootout or whatever, and Eddie gets shot, and Lucian runs, and he's like shooting at the car and stuff. It's like so intense, because it's like in slow motion or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, all right, it's a good scene, TP, it's a good scene. But then you see like the next scene, you see Quan, what's his name, Quan or his name Quan? I gotta look at, I think his name is Quan, like Jaquan or something, I don't know, but his name Quan, and Joey. So they do like this little like stare down or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, Jaquan tell all his boys to run out the back or whatever after all the shooting is going on, and then he like stares Joey down and looks at him like, I'm like, motherfucker, you better get your ass out of there, okay? Because they were shooting at you, okay? They wasn't shooting at nobody else but you. And then, you know what I'm saying, him and Joey just standing there looking at each other like, Mama, y'all both know y'all almost got y'all asses shot fuck up. Like, I mean, it's just, that is what it is. Like, so I didn't understand that. But I guess Quan was just like, you know what I'm saying, you know, without speaking the words, letting him know that it wasn't over, y'all. Because I didn't vlog last week, but y'all know what happened last week when he came to the restaurant and he was like, I need to meet with Lucian because I need to take Eddie down because, you know, dude, the, what's his name? Oh my God, I can't think of his name. But the other dude, the one that Eddie shot, you know, he's on Quad's, like, neck right now. Like, look, you need to handle this, give me my money, or your ass is dead or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's like trying to save his little bud or whatever, but I don't know. It was just, I mean, this episode started out so like, you know what I'm saying, so good, you know, like I'm an action girl, so I need to see somebody, like when I saw the dang Mayweather and Pacquiao fight, I'm like, nobody got knocked out. It wasn't a good fight. Nobody got killed. It wasn't a good shootout. I don't know, y'all. Say what it is. I don't know what that means about me, but if I'm gonna see a shootout, I want somebody at least to get killed. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody to be laid out on the ground. I want nobody to be, you know what I'm saying, survive at the end of the episode. But anyway, so you see all that, and then in the next scene you see Esperanza. She goes to, she arrives at work or whatever, and her supervisor is there, and she's like, you didn't hear what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, Eddie, he just got shot. He's at the hospital. She's like, oh my God, I gotta get there. So she goes to, so she rushes off to the hospital. So then, in the next scene, you see Travis. He shows up at Kelly's job. But like this old like tired, lame picnic basket, and talking about he want to take her to lunch and all of this and all of that. And she's like, I ain't trying to go to lunch with you. I don't even want to talk to you right now. I told you to leave me alone. And then he just starts like singing this song or whatever in her job. I can't even remember what the song was like. Something about, oh Kelly, will you go out to lunch with me? Or some crazy mess like that, right? Dude, push on. That's what I wanted to say, but she didn't tell him that. She went ahead and went to lunch with him. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. So then you see Esperanza. She arrives at the hospital or whatever. She's like there. She's all like upset. But then Eddie's wife comes and she's like, what is she doing here? I don't want her here. I want her to leave. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's his ex-wife, you know what I'm saying? I am his wife. She should not even be here. Why is she crying? Why is she acting like she even cares about my husband? What is that about? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the police chief, he's just stuck between a rock and a hard place, and he just tells Esperanza, like, look, you know what I'm saying, just go on and go, and, you know what I'm saying, let us handle all this here. So, at first, Esperanza doesn't want to leave, but then Natalie talks her into leaving, so they go ahead and leave. And I don't blame the wife though. You know what I'm saying? Do you blame the wife? Because I'm sitting here like, what you doing here? I mean, you're not his wife. You definitely are the mother of his child, which is important, but you don't need to be here right now. If anything goes down, I'll let you know, okay? You don't need to be here. This is my man. I'll deal with my man, okay? I will let you know if it's anything to be concerned about with my man, okay? That's what the wife was basically saying. Even though we haven't really seen the wife except for like maybe one episode. Like way back in like October or something. That's the last time we seen her when after he shot at the dude, what's his name, Julius? After he shot at Julius, y'all remember that? And like they came and shot up his house or whatever. That's like the only time you really saw his wife. Like I never saw his wife. Anyways, so Esperanza and Natalie leave, and Natalie takes Esperanza home. But in the meantime, like at the hospital, like the police captain is talking to Lucian, and he's like, "You did a good job. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of you. You know what I'm saying?" And then he was asking, "Ooh, oh look at me, got my little, boobs hanging out and everything." Anyways, okay, y'all look. I went to work. I was working today like this. Hold on, I got my boobs out. Oh my God. They probably, the boys at the job didn't know what to do today. Anyways. So the captain was, you know, just basically telling Lucian, like, look, you did a good job, but you need to go home right now. I know how it is to go through your first shootout. And Lucian's like, you know, this isn't my first time shooting a gun, but this is my first time involved in anything like this. And the captain's like, I understand, you know what I'm saying, you need to go. So, you know, at first Lucian didn't want to leave, but then he went ahead, and left. And then before he left, the captain was like, oh, wait, what did you want to talk to me about? Because y'all remember, he wanted to talk to the captain about, you know what I'm saying, Ed and all of this, the craziness that he got going on. And Lucian was like, you know what, it's not important. you know what I'm saying? We can talk about that later or whatever. So then Lucian leaves. So after you see that scene, it goes to Kelly and Travis, which kind of disappointed me. And then, like, the episode started out on such a high, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it can't stay at that level the whole episode because that's just one storyline or whatever. But I was like, I don't know. I just wanted to see Ed, like, go into surgery or, I don't know. But anyway, so after the episode, after the scene when Lucian leaves or whatever, you flash over to Kelly and Travis, and they're in this, like, park or whatever, and, Travis is like, you know what I'm saying, I remember all the things that you like he had packed all the stuff that she liked to eat and stuff she likes to drink or whatever, and he's like, you know what I'm saying, I know you or whatever, and Kelly's just like, looking at him like, dude, okay, what do you want? I know you know me. We was together for a long time. We had this, like, cool ass relationship. You the one ruined it. So what exactly is it that you want from me or whatever? And then she says some things, he says a couple of things that, you know what I'm saying, of course, to make her smile or whatever, because, you know, you have that history with somebody, and of course they're going to make you smile. Like, I know in the beginning I wasn't always on Kelly's side, but just because of the acting seemed a little off. But I'm completely on her side right now. Like, I feel like she is the meat of the show. Like, she is the person that everybody comes to for advice. She's the person that all of her friends look to, you know what I'm saying, to have like a steady, calm demeanor, attitude or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, they know that they can get some good advice when it comes to Kelly. And that's kind of how I feel about myself and my friends. But you know what I'm saying, sometimes you just need to be a little irrational and you need to just act and not think about your actions. So, you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel Kelly. Like, she's going out with Travis and she did this little picnic, lunch picnic or whatever with him, even though she promised herself she was just done with him. And, you know, it doesn't always work out that way or whatever. So, you know, he said some things that makes her smile, and he's like, you know, I miss you and I know you miss me, and you know what I'm saying, he's like, and Kelly's like, you know what I'm saying, I don't trust you or whatever, and she's just like, you know what I'm saying, you need to go out and experience some new things, because she's like, you know what I'm saying, you left me to be with your other woman or whatever, this little younger girl, because she's a little older than he is, and then he got with a girl that was a little younger than he was or whatever. But she was like, you know what I'm saying, you dropped me, now you done dropped her, you don't know what you want to do, you just out, you need to experience some things. And he was like, I know what I want to experience. I want to experience all the things that you taught me. I want to do some of the things that you taught me and show me how, because I know it'll make you happy or whatever. I'm like, okay, dude, okay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know it ain't easy to train a man on what you like. So, okay. You know what I'm saying? She looking at him like, all right. But she's trying to, you know, she's trying to hold up that, you know, she's trying to keep that wall or whatever. And he's like, you know, I got a lot of options or whatever, but I want to be with you. And then I'm like, well, why did he say that? I'm like, okay, well, you need to go pursue your options then. Motherfucker, why are you coming to my job? If you got all these damn options, you need to go out there and pursue your options. Don't be telling me no mess like you got some dang options as if I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is not like, she doesn't have a lot going for herself. Like, who does he think he is? Anyways, we gonna move on from them. So then you see Kelly calling Marcy to tell her, you know, basically about Travis. She's all like bothered about him. She's like, oh girl, what you think I should do, you know? And Marcy is basically like, you know what I'm saying, well, what is, you know, what is he offering you? What is he saying? And Marcy's like, you know, he wants to come to my house tonight. I mean, not Marcy, but Kelly's like, he wants to come to my house tonight at 9 o'clock. And, you know, girl, I know it's going to be good. Y'all know how it is. And Kelly's like, she haven't had sex in months, you know, basically since they broke up. So she's like, you know, I need to give me a a little bit of something, and you know what I'm saying? I know he ain't no good, but you know, y'all know how I be. I know how I be. Y'all know how I be. Sometimes it just is what it is. Y'all need to just, you know, you just need to release sometimes. And but the thing is that she's like struggling with her emotions. You know, she doesn't want to get her feelings hurt or whatever. And Marcy is just like, you know, so can you do that and not worry about what's going to happen afterwards or whatever? Can you do that without getting your emotions involved? And Kelly's like, no. And then Marcy's like, well, you don't need to do it or whatever. But you know, y'all know how it goes. We all know she's going to go ahead and go with it. But Marcy's just like, you know, she was just like, Marcy was like, don't do it. And Kelly's like, well, what if I just, you know what I'm saying, I put it on them and then put them out or whatever. So y'all already know what that's about. Y'all already know she about to give in and let him come over at 9 o'clock. Like he said. I'm like, 9 o'clock? What's 9 o'clock? Why you can't come over? You can't come over before 9 o'clock? I mean, dang. You know what I'm saying? Is that the little boy bedtime? Her son that like he was raising as his son? Like, is that his bedtime? And you want to make sure he's asleep? Like, I didn't get the 9 o'clock thing, especially since it seemed to be, I mean, maybe it was a weekend. I don't know. I think it was a weekend because we'll get to that later. Because, like, as Brown was like, she was going to keep all the kids. So, maybe it was a weekend night. I don't know. But I'm just like, 9 o'clock, dude. I don't know about y'all, but 9 o'clock is late to me. So I be trying to go to bed by 8:30. So, you talking about coming over at 9 o'clock. That's a booty call. I ain't got time for you to be coming over for no booty call, okay? Like, look, if you want to come over and wine and dine me, you got to do it about 7 o'clock. I'm sorry. 9 o'clock is late as hell. I'm tired. Shit. Anyways, so then you go to Alex's house and you see the kids, they're like doing their homework. Not the kids, but their son. I can't think of what his name. I know the little girl name is Paisley, but I can't think of the little boy's name for some reason. It's just escaping me. But anyway, so the little boy is doing his homework, and it's some kind of project that he doesn't want to work with Alex on. He's like, he needs his dad. So then you see Brad come in and, you know what I'm saying, Alex is like, well, he's working on a school project and he doesn't want to talk to me about it. It's all about, you know, he only wants your opinion on it or whatever. So it turns out that the project that the little boy was doing was basically a project about mom, because it was like for Mother's Appreciation, which is probably something that they were doing for Mother's Day, because, you know, Mother's Day just passed or whatever. So I actually had a really good Mother's Day. Anyways. So I guess it was something they were doing maybe for Mother's Day, but he said it was like a Mother's Appreciation thing, and he didn't want to talk to Alex about it. Probably because he didn't want to ruin the surprise for her. He wanted to talk to his dad about it. So as he's discussing the project, he's like, you know, I gotta find these pictures of mom and oh, excuse me, y'all. He's like, I gotta find these pictures of mom and I need to discuss, like, you know, what she was doing in these pictures. So he pulls up these pictures, and in the one picture she was pregnant. She had like a bikini, and she was pregnant in the picture, and she was pregnant with their daughter Paisley. And he's like, oh yeah, that's when your mom was pregnant with Paisley. And then it was like another picture of her looking happy, and it was another picture of her looking happy when she was pregnant with him, the little boy or whatever. So Brad's getting a little nostalgic, and he's like, did your mother put you up to this? Did your mother put you up to this? And the little boy's like, nah, she didn't put me up to this. This is my school project for, you know, Mother's Appreciation or whatever. And then here come Alex. You know, I'm like, first of all, up until about 2 weeks ago, you didn't see Alex having a belly, okay? But now all of a sudden she got this big old belly, and like at first I said that the time was going very slowly, but I think in the last couple episodes the time has like went like a couple of months in advance, like ahead or something. So Alex is showing, and here she kind of rubbing her stomach. I'm like, when I was pregnant, I don't remember rubbing my damn stomach that much. She just always rubbing her damn stomach. I think she just be trying to get some damn sympathy points or something. Girl, please, sit your ass down. You don't even know who the baby daddy is, okay? That's all I got to say about your trifling ass. Anyway, so here come Alex rubbing her belly, and her and Brad just kind of have this little stare down or whatever. You know how it goes. And that was kind of the end of that scene. So then you see Kelly and Natalie. They're both at Esperanza's house because you remember earlier in the episode, Natalie and Esperanza were at the hospital, and Ed's wife asked Esperanza to leave, so Natalie took her home or whatever. So now you see they done called Kelly, and after Kelly was talking with Marcy on the phone or whatever, and then she clicked over and it was Esperanza, and Esperanza was like, "Oh my God, I need your help. I need you to come. Eddie's been shot," and whatever. So they all arrive at Esperanza's house, and they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, like console Esperanza or whatever. And Esperanza's like, "Oh my God, but he was good. He was such a good man, and he was so good and a good father and all this." I'm like, girl, just because somebody about to die, don't try to make them seem like they was a dang saint, okay? Because he was not a saint. Y'all know how people get when somebody about to die or somebody has died. You forget all the bad stuff they did and only remember the good stuff, which, I mean, it's okay. But it turns out Eddie is in stable condition or whatever, so he's not going to die. And but Esperanza is still like, I just want him to be okay. We had a lot of good times. It's all about the good times. And then, you know, she gets a call that he's stable or whatever. So then I guess everything is all good. So then you see, for some reason, Esperanza decides, like they're talking about going to get the kids from school or whatever. And Natalie's like, "I'll go get the kids. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You need to rest or whatever." And Esperanza's like, "No, I want to go get the kids. I want all the kids. You know what I'm saying? I want my daughter. I want your 3 kids, Natalie. Kelly, I want your son to come over. I want to get Alex's 2 kids or whatever." She's like, "I just want all the kids at my house or whatever." So, which was random. She said she felt like she needed that because of all the stuff she had been through the day with like Eddie getting shot and all that, which was kind of just a little random. I'm like, okay, so your ex got shot, he's in the hospital, and you decide that you need all these kids, child. So, okay, well, we'll see what that is about in the next episode. But in the next scene, you see Alex at her house, and she's getting the kids ready to go over to Esperanza's house, and Kelly comes over, and they kind of talk. They just kind of chit chat a little bit, and then Kelly brings up the fact that Esperanza, you know, it's probably good for Esperanza to have the kids or whatever. And Kelly and Alex is like, "Well, why? What's going on?" Like, she doesn't know that Eddie's gotten shot or whatever. So she's just like, "What's going on?" And Kelly's like, "Well, you haven't heard?" And Esperanza's like, "No, I haven't heard." And I mean, not Esperanza, but Alex like, "No, I haven't heard." So then Kelly tells her about Eddie getting shot. And she's like, "Do you think Brad knows?" And she's like, "No, I don't think Brad knows." So she tells Kelly, you know, she yells up the stairs at Brad. And she was like, you know what I'm saying, "Brad, Brad, Brad." But he doesn't answer. So then she tells Kelly, and she's like, "Kelly, you should call him because he'll probably answer for you." So then Kelly starts calling Brad's name. And then, of course, Brad comes on down the stairs or whatever because he's still giving Alex the silent treatment, which I think is perfectly okay. The silent treatment, like I said in my other blog, it's like the best way to get back at somebody. I am perfectly okay with giving somebody the silent treatment because sometimes you just got to let a motherfucker know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not dealing with this because clearly he's not going to like completely like leave her and divorce her because he's still there. You know what I'm saying? And he's still in the house. But at the same time, it hasn't been that much time that has passed, you know what I'm saying, that he found out she was sleeping with his best friend in the damn shed in the backyard. I mean, damn. I mean, how much more trifling can you get, girl? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so he comes on down because he's still giving Alex a silent treatment. So when he hears Kelly calling his name, he comes on down the stairs or whatever. So Kelly tells him that Eddie's been shot or whatever. He's all concerned, so he's going to rush to the hospital. And then that's kind of how they leave it. And then you don't really see much. Like, I don't know, like, what happened when Brad went to the hospital. You don't really see that. Because in the next scene, all you see is Travis coming to Kelly's house. So Kelly's sitting on her, you know what I'm saying, on her sofa or whatever. She's got her little negligee on, or, you know, cute little negligee or whatever. Not necessarily something I would be wearing if I'm trying to put it on somebody and make them realize what they missing. But, you know, it's some Tyler Perry shit. So, it was cute. It was a cute little negligee she had on. And then he comes over at 9 o'clock. He rings the bell. At first, she doesn't want to let him in. And then, you know what? This is how I know that he's young and he's immature, okay? Because at first she doesn't want to let him in. And so he's like, let me in, let me in. She's standing there. She knows she wants to let him in, but she's trying to play hard to get, right? But then what he does is he starts calling the son's name. And I can't think of the son's name. But Julia's her son, I don't know. But anyway, so he started calling the son's name. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, well, he's not here. You know what I'm saying? He's gone for the night or whatever. But my thing is, why are you calling the son's name? You know what I'm saying? If she said you can't get in, don't try to use the kid as your pawn. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It just really, really rubbed me the wrong way. Anyway, so she goes ahead and lets him in eventually. We'll see what happens with that next week. I'm sure they had sex. You know, whatever. She said it's been a while. She don't want to go out and just find any random guy. So I'm sure she had sex with him. I was hoping she wouldn't have, but I'm pretty sure that she did. Anyways, in the next scene, you see the police chief. He comes to Marcy and Randall's house, and he wants to question Randall because of the shootout. You know what I'm saying? That happened earlier, and he's like, you know, he knows that Randall has an issue with Eddie in the police department. So he's like, you know, wants to question him, like, where were you when the shootout was going on or whatever. So basically, you know, of course, it comes out that Randall is clear. Of course, we all know that, you know what I'm saying, he's not the type that's probably going to go out and hire some motherfuckers to go shoot up the police. You know what I'm saying? He's an upstanding citizen. He has a very good job where he works with the prosecutors, you know what I'm saying, to bring criminals to justice. So, of course, he's not going to go out and hire some people to go and shoot the police or whatever. But for some reason, the police chief thought it was important for them to come to the house. And Marcy's like, well, maybe he did. I don't know, because he was sleeping with the chick next door. Marcy's like, you know what I'm saying, he might have shot at the dang police. I don't know what he gonna do, because, you know what I'm saying, he done shot me. You know what I'm saying, in these last couple months. So, you know what I'm saying, he might have shot everybody and went ahead and killed the po-po. But y'all know, Randall didn't have anything to do with that. And then, you know what I'm saying, for some reason, Alex thinks that, in the next scene, okay, let's move to the next scene. Some reason, Alex thinks that making Brad a romantic dinner is gonna, like, solve things. And I'm like, that probably wasn't the move, Alex. That probably wasn't the move. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man is still clearly upset. And it hasn't been that long. Like, I know we dealing in soap opera times, but it hasn't been that long that, you know what I'm saying, he found out about this affair or whatever. But anyway, so he comes back from the hospital from visiting Ed. And, you know what I'm saying, the kids are gone, and Alex is like, you know what I'm saying, I lit some candles, I got some dinner on, I want to have us like a little romantic dinner or whatever. And he's just like, what is it that you want from me? And she's just like, I want you to love me. And he's like, I can't love you. It's too dangerous to love you. I might get hurt again. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, I think that his feelings are valid, completely valid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't been that long. Like, he doesn't even know if this baby is his or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, she says it's his, but he had a vasectomy. You know, so, I mean, if I was him, I would be really, really heavily leaning towards the fact that this baby may not be mine. You know what I'm saying? And so with her just trying to make things okay, like in the previous episodes with her just like, you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry, how much more can I say? I can't say I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying, too many more times or whatever, you know. I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know what the writers of this show are gonna do with this storyline. You know what I'm saying? The man had a vasectomy. He did what he needed to do with the follow-up appointments with the vasectomy to make sure everything was okay. His wife is having an affair. Now she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know. I can't wait till, I know it's not going to happen probably this season, but honestly, I can't wait until next season because I want to know whose damn baby this is. I want to know if this baby going to come out black. Okay? That's what I want to know. Anyways, so Brad just tells her basically like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want this. I don't want this candlelight dinner. I don't want pressure on me to make up with you because I'm just not in that place, and you need to, you know what I'm saying, respect that and accept that I'm not in that place. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because of the kids and I want to give them some kind of normalcy, but like, you need to quit all this extra stuff, you know? And I get it. Like, I mean, I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, things aren't going right in your marriage and you just want to like do some things to make things a little better. But if you were sleeping with your husband's best friend for months in the backyard and now you're pregnant and it's a good chance that that baby is not your husband's because your husband had a vasectomy, maybe a candlelight dinner is not the way to go, Alex. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you just need to lay low a little while. You know what I'm saying? Just lay low. And let him process everything. Don't force him to come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to take time. The fact that the man is still coming home and he's still there and he's still doing what he needs to do as far as the family is concerned, like, just accept that. And then try to work everything else in gradually. Don't force the man, okay? That's all I got to say. Because I'm just looking at it if the shoe was reversed. You know what I'm saying? The shoe was on the other foot and he had got somebody pregnant and he was having an affair and she found out about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I know all the stuff Alex is doing is just wrong. As far as trying to reconcile. It's just all the way wrong, okay? And now, like, she's not looking at it. It doesn't seem like she's looking at it from, you know what I'm saying, putting the shoe on the other foot angle. She's just looking at it from her perspective, which I get, too, because she's pregnant. She's probably got a lot of emotions going on. You know when you're pregnant. Y'all, girl, them hormones ain't no joke. I don't even understand. Like, I have, like, tried to look up what is going on with my hormones so many times. Like, I mean, it's not even, like, when you're pregnant, it doesn't even compare. It's like PMS to the nth power. It's like X times M to the third degree or some shit. I don't know. But when you're pregnant, your emotions are like high. You know what I'm saying? Everything you feel is extra. So, I mean, I understand Alex, but at the same time, she needs to understand that, one, she's not a victim, and two, she needs to give this man some time and understand that he is, I mean, he hasn't packed up all his stuff and moved to an apartment or whatever. He's still coming home to the house that they share. So she needs to kind of take that right now and be happy with that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so when she like talks to him and trying to tell him, Alex talking to Brad and trying to tell him that, you know, how she feels, and he's like, you know, it's not that I don't want to forgive you. It's just that every time I see you, like, because she had got down on her knees and she was begging him to just please, please, please forgive her. And he's like, you know what? When I see you on your knees right now, only thing I think about is maybe you were on your knees for him. When you beg me and plead with me, only thing I can think about is you begging and pleading him to be with you or whatever. He's like, you ruined the trust. The trust is gone. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to get it back. You know what I'm saying? And so they are just like going at it, you know, like arguing back and forth. And Brad is just like, I don't think I can deal with this. I don't know what's going on. So like their voices escalate to the point where Marcy and Randall can hear them in their house. Because you know they live right next door, which makes this whole story even crazier. You know what I'm saying? Because they're neighbors. But at the same time, they're having to deal with all of this. And they're like next door neighbors, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. So anyway, so Brad and Alex are arguing so loudly that Randall and Marcy hear them, and Marcy's like, "Oh, do you hear him? Do you hear the yelling? We've never heard them yelling like that or whatever. Are you gonna go save her or whatever?" So Randall like runs out the house and he goes over to Brad and Alex's house and knocks on the door. And Marcy, of course, is right on his heels, like, "Oh, you finna try and rescue her? You gonna try and rescue her, whatever?" So that's how the show ends, and that is it. So I did watch the previews, and it looks like it's gonna be good. I mean, there's only, you know, there's not many. Like, I think there's only 2 more episodes left in this season. But like I said, this show gives me everything I need. I love this show. Even if I don't blog about it, please know that I am watching If Loving You Was Wrong. I love this show. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with Brad and Alex. I don't know what's going to happen with Marcy and Randall. Like, I don't know. But, it's just so juicy that I can't, like, not watch it. So I have to watch it. So I'm looking forward to next week. I just hope that, I mean, I know I have a gut feeling that Brad is going to accept Alex. I have a gut feeling that the baby is going to be Brad's. You know what I'm saying? I just have a gut feeling that that's the way it's going to end up this season, or even at the beginning of next season. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to have this baby. She says she's 7.5 months. I don't know if she's going to have this baby before the season is over or whatever, but this show just gives me everything. I'm telling you, everything I need in my life. This show, I love it. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's only a couple more episodes and I'm going to miss it when it's gone. But I don't know. Are they going to tell us whose baby this is before the season ends? Are we going to find that out? Or are we gonna, like, is Eddie gonna, like, get remorseful before the end of the season? What do you guys think? I don't know. It's just so much. I can't even take it. I don't know. Anyways, but that's it. That's my review on If Loving You Was Wrong. I'm not sure what episode this is because I forgot to push info when I watched it. So I don't know what episode this is, but I know there's only a couple more episodes until the finale or whatever. So you'll know what episode it is when I upload it, because I'll put it in the down below in the post. But yeah, this show is getting good, right? Y'all know it's getting good. I didn't know how this show was gonna go. Like, I fell in love with the show from the beginning, but with the acting and then the storyline, I wasn't really sure if I was gonna, like, stick with it. But I'm into it. I'm into it, Tyler Perry. Okay, he got a show that I actually like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm digging it. Anyways, I can't wait till next week. I promise I will be back to blog. I know, like, I haven't been blogging lately, but I will be back to blog next week on If Loving You Is Wrong. Okay, y'all? So, I don't know. Leave your comments below and tell me what y'all think about. First of all, what do you think about Brad and Alex? Whose baby is it? Is it Brad's or is it Randall's? I don't know. I hope it's Brad's. I just don't want to, I don't know. I just don't want a family to be broken up. And then I want to know, like, y'all, what y'all think about the whole Lucian and Eddie thing? Like, what is Lucian gonna do? I don't know. I just feel like I feel like Eddie getting shot is like a turning point for Lucian, and he may be able to kind of step up and keep that $3,600 a month coming into the household. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know that $3,600 a month count a lot. Anyway, so that's it. That's all from me tonight. I will be back with my review of Beverly Hills of New York soon. But until then, stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Nika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye bye.